Yo, what up, world? 502 King Paul. So, a little while ago, I posted a video for the bros, help y'all out, man, on just what it means to actually be a man. Because it's something that I didn't realize until much later on in life, and I realized that it's not an age thing. You know, this is something that a lot of men in their 40s, 50s, 60s struggle with. But I wanted to do something of the equivalent for women that would help them out. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing two major fatal things that women do that jeopardize and kind of sabotage their chances with finding a good man. And so I'm going to hop right into it here. And, you know, if you feel convicted in your spirit by this, if you have any kind of disagreements, feel free to be respectful, go down below and just, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think on these two things that I have here. But these are rooted in truth, and they're also rooted in experience, because if you've watched any of my past videos, I've talked a lot about my promiscuity in the past. You know, sleeping with all these different women, the negative effects that it had on my life. And I definitely want to kind of put the sisters up on game, because some of y'all have a good heart and a good mind, and you want to attract the right man to your life. But these two things will definitely sabotage any chances of success that you may have in attracting a good man to your life. So number one, and I'm not going to stay on number one too long, because I want to focus on number two more, because I see this a lot more in today's world. But number one is leading with outward beauty. And I know that just by me saying that, some women may think, well, what am I not supposed to look good? Am I not supposed to smell good? Take care of myself? I'm not saying that at all. You should take care of yourself physically. You should make sure that you are the best that you can be physically. However, you should not lead with that. Do not lead with your beauty. And I'm going to tell you why. You're going to attract a certain kind of man when you are trying to lead with your beauty. When you're making that your top or greatest attribute about yourself. I'm going to share some quick scripture here. And like I said, I'm not going to stay on this too long, but I want to share some quick scripture on this. This is coming from 1 Peter chapter 3. And I'm going to start here at verse number 3. Your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as braided hair, the wearing of gold jewelry, and fine clothes. Instead, it should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit. Some version says a meek spirit, which is of great worth in God's sight. For this is the way the holy women of the past who put their hope in God used to make themselves beautiful. They were submissive to their own husbands, like Sarah, who obeyed Abraham and called him her master. You are her daughters if you do what is right and do not give way to fear. So let's speak on that last part there, giving way to fear. A lot of times, women make the mistake of operating out of a place of fear, a scarcity mindset. We hear it time and time again, that women outnumber men. So they go above and beyond, wearing the tight clothes, makeup. I hear of women getting the BBLs now, the Brazilian butt lifts and all this stuff, and, going and modifying your body and trying to do all this stuff to attract men, because you are truly not trusting God to lead these men to you. So you're thinking that I have to stand out from all these other women in a physical way, not knowing that your value truly lies on your inner self. Your inner self, your spirit. Are you a woman of good character? Do you have good spirit, good morals? You'll attract the right kind of man to your life, not by how you look, because that will attract any man to your life. That will attract any old man. And that's why you get all these men that, hey, how you doing? Hey, little mama, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Like I said, man, I came from that. I know what it is. I have more game than a little bit. And it makes it so hard for women to filter out and know if a man's intentions are right when she's solely leading with her body. When she's wearing the tight pants, trying to show off her butt, trying to show off her chest, you know, showing the cleavage and, you know, just trying to attract attention to herself, but not realizing that you're going to attract the wrong attention, and it'll make it harder for you to discern if this is real, if this man is going to be a good man. And it puts you up on guard when you have all these different men throwing themselves at you solely based on how it is that you look. A lot of these women, and I'm not putting out this video to knock down women whatsoever. I'm putting out this video from the perspective of someone who was a former player myself that preyed on women like that. Because me personally as a man, and this may touch a few women, but it showed me that they had low self-esteem. I remember running across a woman who's very popular in my hometown, and not for the right reasons. I remember running across her in a corner store, and she had on an outfit that showed everything. And when I say everything, she showed everything. You could see her nipples, you could see all of her chest. It was basically just nothing, just like some lingerie that she wore out the house. Her butt's hanging out the bottom. And I remember, and I couldn't stop myself. I couldn't help myself from asking her. I said, "You come out the house like that?" And I'll never forget the look on her face. She looked down, and you could tell she was in deep thought for a minute. And then there was a look of shame. And she said, yeah, I do. And I just shook my head and went on about what it was I was doing, got my stuff from the store and left. But, you know, it just screams insecurities to a man. And you have to think, what kind of man is going to go after a woman that dresses like that? It's not going to be your husband. That's not going to be the man that treats you right, that loves you, that loves you for your good spirit. That's the man that wants to get you to the bedroom as quickly as possible. See, society will tell you that you need to look like these Instagram models, that you need to carry yourself like these celebrities because that's what men want. But I'm telling you, that may be what boys want, but that's not what a man wants. A man doesn't want his woman out walking around advertising her whole body to the world. Again, I'm not saying that you cannot dress quote unquote sexy, that you cannot be beautiful. But think about what kind of man you're going to attract to your life when you do this. The second thing, the biggest mistake that I've seen a lot of women make is shooting their shot at a man. And before I jump too far into that, I want the women watching this video to ask yourself a question. And even the fellas too, if you're still with me here. What would make a woman shoot her shot? What would make you as a woman shoot your shot at a man? What would make you, and I'm going to say this, when you shoot your shot at a man, you're not operating out of a place of your feminine energy. That's very, very masculine for a woman to approach a man. That's very masculine. Hey, I like you. You look good. You sexy. You know, I want your number. Now, don't get me wrong. There are certain situations to where a woman can facilitate the attraction. She can put herself in the right positions, like we see in the story of Boaz and Ruth. God put her in a position to be spotted by Boaz. And then she facilitated from that point. But Boaz saw her. He spotted her. She had his attraction without her having to shoot a shot. She didn't see Boaz coming through the fields and say, "Hey, yo, Boaz, you looking mighty fine today. You looking good today." That's not how you're going to find it. That's not how you're going to attract. Scratch fine. That's not how you're going to attract the right man to your life. See, God puts you in the right place at the right time. And it's up to the man to make that approach. It's up to the man to shoot his shot, quote unquote. But you should never put yourself in that position. Just like wearing the clothes that is revealing your body, is showing you, or it's telling men that you have low self-esteem. And one other thing I want women to think about as well, when you shoot your shot, before you go into that position, what if a man rejects you? What if a man rejects you? What if he says, nah, I'm good. You know, that's not where I'm at right now. You know, I'm straight on you. Can you handle that rejection? Can you handle that? Because I tell you now, men, they operate out of a totally different mind state. That's why they can do that, hey, little mama, all day long and get turned down by 10 women because they know they're just going to move on to the next one. And number 11 may say, yeah, I'm down. They don't take an ego shot, but women, they handle rejection a totally different kind of way. A totally different kind of way. And it breaks you down. You have to realize that when you shoot your shot at a man, and if he rejects you, how do you recover from that? Like I said, men, it doesn't affect them in that way. But women, a man might reject you in one way or another, and you find yourself in therapy. You find yourself operating out of a broken place for years because a man rejected you. It also puts you in a position of where a man now feels like he has an upper hand on you. He has the upper hand. He knows that you're desperate, or at least that's how it comes off. Even if you don't feel that you're desperate, that's how it comes off. And I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of this comes from seeking male validation. And I don't mean seeking male validation in the way, in a good way. I mean, you're seeking approval from a man because maybe the man in your life did not give you that approval growing up. More than likely, it's the dad. More than likely, you were seeking approval from your father, and he never gave it to you, or he wasn't there. Even worse, he wasn't there. So you go all your life searching for male approval. But when a man knows this, he is going to take advantage of you. You have to realize that you're only going to come across two different kinds of men that will accept a woman like that when she's shooting her shot. Number one is a player, and that was me. That was me. I'm being honest with you. That was me. If a woman shoots her shot, I'm like, I got her. I got her. She wants me too bad. I can do whatever I want to do. Move however I want to move. She wants me. And you put yourself at a disadvantage for a successful relationship. I want to say 10 out of 10 times, your relationship that you build up with a man where you shot your shot at him is going to fail. Because he's not going to treat you the right way. He's not going to respect you. Because you were operating out of a place of low self-esteem. You were operating out of a place where you were seeking his approval. So now he's like, I got her. I got her wrapped around my finger. I can do whatever I want, say whatever I want. This woman approached me. And again, this video is not to beat down women. It's to help women. I don't want y'all to end up in these situations to where you're now in therapy. You're now a broken woman because you attracted the wrong kind of man in your life. The second kind of man besides the player is a user. You're going to have a user who comes into your life. That's the man that doesn't want to work hard. He needs his woman to help him out with the bills. Even if he has any bills, he may not even have a home. There's a new term out now, the hobosexual. The man who, and it's crazy, the hobosexual, the man who attaches himself to a woman who has low self-esteem or seeking male approval, and he does nothing for this woman but use her. Sits around the house all day, doesn't do anything, counting on her to bring home the bacon, you're going to attract these kinds of men to you when you're shooting your shot. Because I'm going to tell you something based on my experience personally, because I've dealt with women who have shot their shot. Once again, I said I came from a player background of where, I'll take it if you're throwing it at me. A lot of men are going to take it if you're throwing it at them. But when you meet a real man, he sees that for what it is. He sees that as brokenness. He sees that as low self-esteem. And he's going to take advantage. The user's going to take advantage of you. He's going to drain you, suck you dry. And when you leave that situation, or he leaves you and goes on to the next woman, you're going to be empty. You're going to be drained. You're going to be just a broken vessel. I do not want this for women. I do not want that for women. You deserve so much more, and you're selling yourself short. You have this high value within yourself that you don't even realize. And you're trying to put yourself on sale. Trying to put yourself on sale. Buy me, buy me. That's what they do in the stores. When you walk through the racks and you see 65% off, 75% off, they just trying to get rid of it. They're just trying to get it out. And that's the same thing that you're communicating to a man when you do this. Like I said, there's a difference between putting yourself in the right position to be chosen and you trying to do the choosing and shooting your shot at a man. There's a big difference. So what should you do? Well, I just said, for one, put yourself in the right position. Put yourself in the right position to be recognized. And you can facilitate. You can facilitate. When a man shows interest, you can facilitate, but never shoot your shot. Never shoot your shot. Facilitate that man shooting his shot. That's going to be where you'll find the better likelihood of a successful relationship, is when a man chooses to reach out to you and not based on, you showing off your body. A man notices a beautiful woman no matter how much she's covered up. Have you ever seen the Muslim women that have the hijabs on and you can only see their eyes, but you can tell that is a beautiful woman up underneath that? They don't have to show off their body. And no, I'm not saying wrap yourself up like that. That's not for the people who take it that way. It's not what I'm saying. But to dress in a way that, again, speaks to men as if you are putting yourself on sale, you're going to attract the wrong kinds of men into your life. It's not going to last. You need to be, if you want to attract the right kind of man to your life, be pleasant. Be pleasant to be around. When it's so many women that are just angry at men. Angry. All men are the same. All men are dogs. They all just want sex. If you have this type of mentality, you're not going to be very pleasant towards men. You're just not. You're not going to be very pleasant. You're not going to be very approachable. And you have to allow yourself to be pleasant, nice, to where a man even wants to approach you. You see a lot of women walking around with this scowl on their face, just looking so mean, angry, and some women even think that this is cute. Yeah, I walk around looking mean. And I understand. Don't get me wrong. Again, I understand what some of this is about. You think that you have to be this way because you've been put in a position, especially in today's world, you're put into a position to where you feel like you have to have that masculine energy. You got to look mean to chase off the men from talking to you. But if you do that, how are you going to attract the right man into your life? It's a lot of women that operate out of masculine energy because they've had to take care of themselves. They've had to provide for themselves. They had to protect themselves. So they're operating out of a masculine energy. But realize when you do that, what you are blocking in your life. You're blocking the right man from coming along and saying, hey, You're looking beautiful today. I would like to get to know you a bit better. You're blocking that because he's going to see you and be like, nope, not going for it. Back to the scripture that I read earlier, 1 Peter chapter 3. Y'all get the chance, go and read that yourself. Work on the inside of you. Work on your spirit. Work on your mental, your emotional state, because a lot of times, especially with women that go from relationship to relationship, you're operating out of a broken place. And when you operate out of a broken place, you're going to attract broken men to your life. You're going to attract broken men. And how can two broken people work together? How can that happen? When he's not whole within himself and you're not whole within yourself, just happy with spending time alone, just you and God, just you and God. Or if you're not a believer, just spending time with yourself. If you're not comfortable being alone, out of your loneliness, you're going to attract the wrong men into your life. They're going to smell the desperation on you. Especially when you tell them, oh, I just broke up with so-and-so and he did this and that. They're going to know, okay, she's desperate. Got her. Once again, wrapped around my finger. Like I said, you can help facilitate the process, but never shoot your shot. I'm going to wrap up this video here, man. Again, just, keep these two things in mind. Leading with your sexuality, leading with your body, leading with your beauty, and trying to shoot your shot at a man, those are the two worst things that you can do, because you're only going to end up with the player or the user. And you deserve much better for yourself, man. Much, 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 much better for yourself. I believe that there are plenty of queens out there. And if you just get a little bit of patience, get a little bit, just hold off, just work on yourself. Don't try to fish after men. Don't try to fish men. Don't try to cast your line and throw your shot. Let the right man be attracted to you, not for how you look. And again, you can look beautiful, but for who you are. Your beauty is going to fade. Men's, their appearance is going to fade as well. We all get to a point in life where our bodies are going to get old, we're going to get wrinkly, things are going to get saggy. And I'm just being honest. You're not going to hold up, even if you have a great body now. You won't have that great body years from now. And do you really want to be one of those women that stay in a relationship for years because you attracted men by either shooting your shot or by, wearing certain clothing, trying to show off your body or your physical appearance, and then he leaves you for a younger woman because he was just solely chasing that sexual attention. He was solely chasing after the physical appearance. Those kinds of men are not with you for the right reason. So hopefully this video helps y'all out. If y'all like anything about the video, go down below, like the video. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Be respectful is all I ask. Be respectful. If you disagree, that's fine. If you agree, let me know as well. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you get all these new videos as soon as I drop them, man. It's 502 King Paul. I love y'all. I truly do. I wish the best for y'all queens. Y'all queens. Don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself short. There's much more inside of you than what you realize. And if you really tap into that, you will attract the right man to your life. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'm out.